If you think that you are going through something alone in your life, or you feel like you're experiencing too much stress and too much anxiety, I promise you, you are not going through this alone. You don't have to go through it alone. There are thousands of studies that have been done about the benefits of meditation. And we hear that it is one of the most effective forms of stress release. And it allows us to release stress so we can fulfill our human potential. We also know that it's an incredible benefit for the physical body. It helps our immune system. It helps us sleep better. And for the mental mind, it helps reduce anxiety, depression. And that's one of the reasons for me that I am so passionate about the benefits of meditation, is because of the anxiety that I've experienced most of my life. And I don't know if you can relate to this, but I was feeling a little bit recently like my anxiety was a little bit higher than usual. And I was reflecting back to when I was a child, and I would have these experiences that when I was little, about 9 years old, I would have these experiences that I would have this fear and constriction, like I was going to get in trouble, right? So those times that you did something wrong and you knew you were going to get in trouble, and I was just kind of waiting for the punishment and for getting caught to happen. Well, I remember as a little girl experiencing that, even when I looked around to say, like, what did I do? What happened? What was I going to get in trouble for? I couldn't find a particular reason that I was going to get in trouble. So this anxiousness or this anxiety was part of my makeup since I was a little girl. So I would say as an adult that anxiety with the normal stresses of the world, with expectations, with responsibilities, with taking on more and more of life, that anxiety just got higher and higher. And even though I was practicing yoga regularly, even though I was doing things to reduce my anxiety, to really stay healthy and whole and balanced, I was still experiencing a lot of anxiety in my younger years for quite a while. And meditation is the one thing that absolutely I could not do without. And of course, you know that I meditate twice daily for 30 minutes each time. And while that's a really challenging goal to get to, if you have 2 minutes, just 2 minutes a day, you can instantly release stress. And you can start the habit of a long-term meditation practice, an ongoing practice that has a lifetime of benefits. There are 3 things that I really want to leave you with today. Number 1, I want you to know what a powerful stress reduction tool meditation is. And that truly, if you looked at my life 10 to 20 years ago and my anxiety level, if it was maybe at an 8 or a 9, now with the benefit of meditation, I'd say I run regularly about a 2 or a 3. So it's really powerful. I really inspire you to meditate. Number 2, there was some increased stress in my life recently, and I wanted to look at some other ways that I could bring more love and more light into my life and how I did that, and also how it connected me with community. So I was able to express myself in a more loving way, in a transparent and vulnerable way, kind of what I'm showing up here with you, sharing the story, and also being more lovable to receive love. So recently, I was experiencing kind of that same level of constriction that I'd felt as a little girl. And I was really looking at my life, okay, what are my stressors? What's going on right now? And while there were things in my life, there wasn't anything that seemed too out of the ordinary or too like it should be creating that same level of tension in my chest. I realized I wasn't breathing. I could feel myself not breathing. I immediately in activity really made a conscious effort to breathe more deeply, to notice the inhale coming through my nose, to notice the exhales. And so that helped a lot. It brings you into the present moment immediately. So it was a great tool that I could use. And as I proceeded with breathing technique, I wanted something else. I wanted to really try to maybe channel someone that I knew could handle the stress of their life with light and love. So I scanned my brain of a couple people that I know to say, who could I really think about? How would they handle this constriction? What would they do? And my dear friend Daniel Gutierrez came to mind, who I love. And Daniel is one of the most expansive, loving, present humans that I know. He's also one of the busiest people that I know. And when you're with him, you are absolutely the most important thing. He lives in this divine present moment awareness, this radical awareness that he lives in. And so I really started thinking, like, how would Daniel respond to this? And allowing myself to feel that anything was possible, that I could be expansive, and to start to feel what that constriction or that tightness in my chest might look like if I opened up and I just let go. And I didn't try to protect something or create more tension on top of the stress and anxiety that I was already feeling. And so I did that, and it helped. So I did that for a couple days, and I really had a lot of relief. Of course, I stuck with my meditation practice. I really tuned into my lifestyle. I looked at my lifestyle, what was going on, and everything seemed pretty balanced there, but getting good sleep was really, really important, making sure that my food is good, my movement, sleep, that I'm grateful that I was responding to the things of life if I felt tense or felt a little bit nitpicky about something or negative, that I could turn to the awareness of gratitude about those things. And then the last piece that I did was when I started feeling a little bit better, I sent Daniel an email, and I wanted him to know how much he touched my life, because Daniel and I don't talk that often. He's now working in Peru, so I don't get to see him. But he'd made such an amazing impact on my life. And sometimes we have these people in our lives that we think about and we don't call them, or that we don't text them, or even sometimes that we feel a little bit blue. I don't think we know how often we really inspire others, and they think about us and they see the light and joy and love that we share and how we connect in our lives. So I sent him a little email to say, thank you, Daniel. I really appreciate the friendship, the connection, and the light and love and the work that you do in the world. And you've impacted me in an incredible way. And here's how. You can actually see my email. I'm going to write it in the notes to this video for you so you can see it, and sent it to him. And it landed exactly at the time and moment in his life that he needed it. He was actually getting some x-rays redone for some physical things that he was facing in his life. So it was this gorgeous full circle of me allowing myself to be aware of the experiences without trying to shut it out and have more anxiety build up. Because I think when we don't have the opportunity to look at the full experience of life, then more and more stress can pile and accumulate on top of that. Staying with the lifestyle practices, using meditation as a stress release tool, and then looking to see, like, who in your life inspires you. How are they handling these things? And there's always an example we have of someone that we really love and we cherish. And maybe it isn't even someone that you know physically. It might be someone else in the world that you appreciate as a thought leader or an author, or perhaps even someone in the media or on television that has a way of handling something that you really appreciate. How would that person handle that? And then telling them. And even if it's someone in the public that you don't know, really reaching out to them. Thank you. This is how you affected my life. This is how you changed my heart and changed my present moment awareness to allow me to know that I was connected. So I inspire you to meditate today, even if it's for just 2 minutes. You're going to release stress. You're going to start the habit. If you enjoyed this information, if you feel like you want to hear more videos in the future, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can turn on the notifications so you know when new videos are coming out. You can also share this with someone you know who's experiencing that stress. A huge percentage of us in America here, I believe it's about 40 million Americans are suffering from anxiety, and we don't really feel comfortable enough to say anything about it. We think we're supposed to be strong. So if this touched you, please share it with someone who you know is feeling a little more anxious or has more stress in their life. And I appreciate you. I thank you for your love and your light and how you show up in the world, and I will see you in the next video.